Archiving with Mark. After a little break, we are back with Series 2. In this series, we'll be covering lots of great data management topics such as backup versus archiving, setting retention policies, monitoring your email environment, and lots more. We look forward to your suggestions, so perhaps if you have any questions that you would like us to cover, you can pop it in the comment box below. Today's episode, we're going to cover Office 365 migration and what you need to know. So many companies today have begun the daunting task of migrating away from their outdated Office suite software towards a more robust and powerful Microsoft Office 365 solution. While there are some who have yet to make the leap, many companies, both large and small, have begun a massive migration towards Office 365. It would be foolish for us to say, steer clear of Office 365 because there's just too many good benefits. It's almost impossible to replicate. That doesn't mean that it should be a be-all for your email archiving solutions, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So welcome back, Mark.
Hi, Laura, how are you?
We enjoyed your little break off.
I did, thank you very much.
So let's get stuck in. So what are the Office 365 limitations when it comes to archiving and e-discovery tools?
Well, I suppose because Microsoft try and make Office 365 fit all people, and I mean all people, 7 billion people, to no fault of their own, they have to make it complicated, and they have to do as much as they can do in that space on covering multiple different activity and functionality. So really, they can't put all of the functionality from every single angle we want from a data management tool. Their focus on Office 365 is collaboration and communication. So they have got archiving and e-discovery tools built in, but they're by and large basic enough or extremely complex to use because, again, they have to cater to every eventuality. So from a limitation point of view, at a high level, it's going to be around the complexity and the understanding of the deployment.
Okay, so obviously Office 365, great, powerful communications tool, but bring it down then to the actual email archiving features. What do you think businesses should be aware is missing, or maybe what's lacking there?
I think the ability to control the e-discovery tool built into Office 365, it's a bit light on the monitoring of the compliance people. We always have the concept of monitor the monitor within our product set, which I think is important if we're going to have very powerful e-discovery rights within an organization, and who is checking me and how easy is that to manage. Ease of use is a massive area for our clients in the Office 365. We have lots of clients who have the E5 licensing, which gives them the complex e-discovery tools, but they just can't use them. There are then some practical and technical limits just because of the nature of the architecture. So search limits are becoming more and more problematic. People are losing faith in the search capabilities because of the size of the archives and the databases built into Office 365. They have to batch their searches, and that can be slow, or it can bring back incomplete or even different results. And the last thing you want is doing an investigation, running the same search and getting different results back.
Yeah. Okay, so then, people are moving to Office 365. As you mentioned, we've plenty of clients that are on Office 365. What should organizations collect before migration, and how do they prepare maybe their employees? Basically, what should they do before migrating?
Well, prepare for a migration. Take stock of what you have. You're moving house. What do you want to have what have you got in your house? Go and check every room, bring what you need, and more importantly, leave what you don't need.
Okay.
From an IT perspective, this is left to IT quite often. That's not correct. It should not be IT deciding. You need collaboration from your records management team or your DPO or heads of department. So there has to be a project defined on the analytics. So take your inventory, be thorough, give yourself the time to do that, get the right rules from the right people on what's to come, and then add that to the plan.
Okay. And should organizations consider storing excess data maybe in a third-party archiving solution for later use? Would that help, or?
Well, yeah, and Third-party use for storing that data really comes at two areas for me: cost and complexity. So if we're going to do this within our Office 365 suite, what licensing do we need? And we need E5 or E3 plus Advanced Compliance Manager. What is the complexity? More important than the cost really is what is the complexity of doing that. So if we use a third-party tool, our clients see a five-fold return on investment in being able to make efficiencies in the project around Office 365, the licensing and the data sizes. We also, if we're using third-party tools, they are designed for that functionality. So, the scope of the functionality built into our product, like MailMeter, is very much around the GDPR awareness. So it has all the bells and whistles, but conforms to GDPR because that's its job. It only has to do one niche area for you.
Okay. And then maybe just to sum up, so obviously, we offer MailMeter, that's a third-party email archiving solution for Office 365. Why do organizations, in your opinion, need MailMeter Cloud?
I always come back to the same three things: cost, complexity, and a managed service. So, it's important to separate out responsibility. Office 365 is a great collaboration and communication tool. Do we also want that to be every other function we have in our organization? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It may not be the only place we stay forever with our data sets. And then really what we bring is that collaboration and the peace of mind that it's a piece of software doing focused work, but also with a team around it to help you.
Yeah. So, Mark, any final tips for our listeners, if they're thinking of migrating to Office 365 or they're just about to start that daunting task, what would you like to leave with them today?
Plan it, learn the process, give yourself the time to do it. A lot of people we've come across have started the project half cooked and they spend years then in that migration project. You're probably better off taking a little bit more time to get the planning done so that the migration piece could be quicker. In the scenario of what functionality you have post-migration, test that. Don't rely on salespeople to tell you this thing is going to do all things for all people. Simulate real life examples. In our space, it's e-discovery, GDPR, investigation. So simulate a real life example, go through the process. Physically go through the process of answering those e-discovery questions. If you can do it, great. If you can't, you need to go back, reevaluate your project. And again, it's that I can't actually do it when I needed to do it, where our clients come to us and look for the help. So again, as always, be prepared.
Plenty to leave people thinking about. So great, thanks a million, Mark, for today's episode. I suppose if anybody has any more questions, there's plenty of information on our website, www.waterfordtechnologies.com. You can visit there. If you have any topics that you would like to cover, you can pop them in the comments section below. So thanks everybody for joining.
Thanks guys, take it easy.